Hello and welcome to a game between HuK and TLO, two liquid teammates, as HuK is making a comment about someone in the crowd. HuK is playing as the red Protoss at the 9 o'clock position, and TLO is going to be playing as the blue Zerg at the 3 o'clock position. The map is Metalopolis. This is a really good spawning position for the Zerg player, as it will allow him to pretty much macro up a little bit more freely than usual because his opponent is really far away. And I always enjoy the chat between these two players because they are so friendly and so playful. And we do see TLO is going to be coming over here with the Overlord, not going to spot his opponent HuK there, and HuK is scouting the same direction with his probe as well. Let's see if the probe makes contact with the Overlord, as the probe is going to be running up the ramp, as both players are pounding drones and probes out at the moment. It looks like no, they will not make contact, and the pylon is done, and it's very lonely. I think HuK is trying to decide if he wants to put a gateway down or a forge down. Depends on the location of his opponent. And I think HuK is still seriously considering this, as there is still no gateway, no forge, nothing yet, just a pylon. At the same time, TLO might be doing a hatchery outside, possibly, and he will have found his opponent. He is putting down a gateway, no forge. And HuK is going to be circling around, and there is going to be a hatchery going down for Liquid TL. It looks like Liquid TL is going to commit to this hatch first before spawning pool, and HuK is going back and forth, and he's also getting the assimilator, and then he just canceled the assimilator, and he's going in a circle. I think he is killing time or scouting his opponent, and one drone does come over. He will be putting down the spawning pool, and a forge is going up for HuK, and he will be putting down two pylons in front of the base of TLO, and pylons are up. And HuK does also steal the minerals from TLO and is attacking the hatchery of TLO, adding insult to injury, and he also says the crowd goes wild. The pylon is getting shot at by a couple of drones, 4 drones surrounding, and then TLO says, and your pylon dies. That is pretty funny. And I think HuK is trying to decide if he wants to put the cannon, and he will commit to this, and he's still going to try to contain the Zerg player. He needs more minerals. He doesn't have enough minerals. Ooh, if he just had 100 minerals, he actually had 95 the split second. He needed 5 more minerals. He was not able to get it. And the probe is getting into a mist of this, but ooh, he does cancel that one cannon, and the second cannon might be cancelled as well, or maybe not cancelled, and he might consider canceling this pylon. He does cancel the pylon, and the cannon also gets cancelled, and he's gonna lose a little bit in terms of, he lost one pylon, he's gonna lose the second pylon, so that's 200 plus all the stuff he lost and the stuff he cancelled. Finally, a Nexus is going up. This is a really weird build right now. There is no gateway, there's gonna be no zealots out there. Could be a cannon over here, but he's got to wait for this pylon to be complete. And if you look inside the base of TLO, there is one pylon sitting in the middle of nowhere on top of creep. That is just an odd sight to see. And the cannon is being warped in. The gateway is going to be coming in. I don't think this is Zergling proof. This looks like a small enough space for one Zergling to fit through. Don't you guys agree? And there is going to be 2 gateways on the outside, one cannon on the inside. Pretty good positioning, but there is a large gapping hole over here. You can block off this hole with a pylon of some sort, but over here is a really large open space, and I think this is permeable to some Zerglings, as a couple of Zerglings is running across the map. Army size right now at 32 to 24. HuK is behind because he had canceled a whole bunch of units and buildings. That was pretty hilarious. And the Zerglings are coming in as the Nexus is about to be complete. There's going to be 3 gateways on the way for HuK, and he's going to be, ooh, the last shot for the cannon does take down those 2 Zerglings. So if you want to run past a cannon, make 3 Zerglings at least. And the Cybercore is going to be going down for HuK at the moment, and he is also grabbing double gas, whereas his opponent TLO only has 1 gas at the moment. If we take a look at the income tab for both players, we see TLO is having an advantage in terms of minerals, about 300 or so more, whereas HuK does have an advantage in terms of gas, as he does have 2 gas Vespane geysers, whereas whereas TLO only has 1, and TLO is gonna grab for the gold. Well, I guess if you're gonna go for gold, you better grab the gold expansion in the middle of the map. Very bold move, and I don't think HuK is gonna be able to detect this for quite a while, as HuK is pretty much stuck inside his base, and I believe HuK does know this is permeable to the Zerglings. That's why he does put a zealot over there, and a couple of Zerglings coming on the side to harass metabolic boost, along with the +1 weapons upgrade is being researched for the ground units for the Protoss player. 45 versus 41, pretty much even, as the Zerg player is slightly ahead, and he will be making the Roach Warren also, and HuK is going to be chrono boosting his warp gate technology to try to catch up in terms of the army count. Right now, both players are macroing up pretty well. There's not too much action on the map, as the first couple of minutes was absolutely hilarious with the amount of buildings that were cancelled and built and cancelled and built. And there's going to be the third gas is coming online, whereas TLO has gotten 2 gases right now. Metabolic boost is about to be finished as the Zerglings are swarming across the map. If we take a look at the vision for HuK, he does not see the gold expansion just yet. And if we take a look at the vision for TLO, he sees the 3 gateways, but he does not see the newer 2 gateways that has just recently come online. The +1 weapons is about to be complete, and the +1 armor has been started by the Zerg player, and because he has completed that +1 weapon, allowing the Zealots to kill off the Zerglings in 2 hits instead of 3, he will be moving out to the middle of the map. HuK is going to have a probe along with him to build a pylon, and he's going to try to pressure here. I think this is the first time he sees the gold expansion. I don't think he believed it. He went back with the Zealot to double check. And there is going to be 1 spine crawler coming over here. A couple of very, very good force fields. Does trap, looks like 2 Zerglings only that time with 3 force field. I guess that wasn't a very good force field. But he will be able to kill off a couple of the Zerglings, and the Queens are helping as well. Both players exchanging blows, and a couple of Stalkers are being warped in at the moment as the Zealots are falling back. And this Queen might die as... Ooh. I think there was a transfuse, but I think it was on the wrong Queen, or that Queen had orange HP, whereas the other Queen was in red. And he does cancel the spine crawler, and he will lose the drone that was going there. A couple of units running across the middle of the map. There are some idle units over here for some reason. Roaches and Zerglings on the other gold expansion at the moment. Another 2 gateways coming online for HuK, so that is going to be a lot of gateways. That is 1, 2. That is insane. That is 7 gateways on 2 base. That is absolutely insane. I suppose these players do know each other very, very well, and that's why they're willing to take the risk to grab the gold or go for the lower right hand corner expansion or go for 7 gates. That is absolutely really fun to watch. As the creep is being still spread by the creep tumors, both players, let's take a look at the army count. 99 versus 101 versus 83 actually at the moment, and there's a slight advantage for TLO as TLO is getting shot at by the Stalkers as well as the sentries. We might see an engagement here, and the Roaches are coming in, and they're retreating, and they're coming in, they're retreating. They're focus firing very nicely, whereas HuK is not really focus firing on the Roaches, just letting them attack whatever they please. He is microing back slightly, but I'm not sure about the positioning of these force fields, not really doing too much against the army of Roaches, and he is forced to fall back. 4 more Stalkers are going to be coming in right now. Some of these Roaches are falling back. The Stalkers will push back 109 to 75 at the moment. A tremendous advantage for TLO as HuK is gonna have to probably fall back. And let's see if HuK sees this base. Yes, HuK actually does see this base by TLO, but he doesn't really want to attack it for some reason. Stalkers in the middle of the map will be engaging. Ooh, 1 very, very nice snipe on one of the Stalkers. The second Stalker very, very close to death. And HuK is tempting his opponent to... Ooh, he does snipe a Roach by himself as well. Glial Constitution is being completed, and the gold base once again is going to go up. Twilight Council is being built along with the robotics facilities. Just units of every kind, buildings of every kind. Very, very fascinating game so far, and I think that hatchery actually went down. A couple of more Stalkers being warped in here, as this pylon is most likely going to go down. The army size at 116 to 89 at the moment, and a couple of Zerglings attacking the pylon over here, but will get shut down by the Zealots and the Stalkers. And we do see the pathogen glands upgrade for the Zerg player TLO, and we do see 25 Zerglings, a lot of Roaches, and 3 Queens. And we do see Blink on the way for HuK as he's moving about the map, still feeling very comfortable, even though his opponent has taken that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. Oh TLO, oh TLO. That is pretty hilarious. And he only has 3 drones mining over here as he is mining his army, and he does have a cancel on the Nexus at the upper left hand corner, and then HuK is going to come in here and try to force a cancel on this gold expansion. He does cancel, but he will lose the drone. However, both these players are willing to constantly cancel structures apparently in this game. And TLO is going to meet him in the middle of the map. There's a surround of the Roaches and Zerglings on the right side, and then the surround of the Zerglings on the left side, not actually surrounding these Stalkers. I thought they would be fighting the Stalkers instead of the Zealots. Not a really good positioning and a couple of more Stalkers are produced, and Blink is about to be done. If he can blink up, he does blink up. Very, very nice touch there. As soon as Blink was done, he blinks up and out of battle. Does get a couple of free shots on the roaches, but was not able to kill off that roach. But he could run in here and kill off. Nope, he was not able to go quick enough. And we do see ground armor number 2 is being upgraded. Strangely enough, HuK has chosen to get the shields upgrade instead of the armor upgrade, and a couple of Zerglings coming across here, and the Zerglings will fall to the Stalkers that are blinking about, and the Zerglings, some made it up the ramp, but that will go down. If we take a look at the income tab right now, still both about even, as both players are making a tremendous amount of army, but not so much in terms of drones, as this observer is coming across with the Stalkers. He will be able to kill off a whole bunch of creep tumors, and that will also limit the vision of the Zerg player. A lot of Zerglings on the way, as well as some infestors, as these roaches are going to attack these Stalkers. Ooh, the Stalkers blink up. Very, very smart. He does snipe off 2, 3, 4 Stalkers right now, and the roaches are going back inside the base, and we see a huge attack in here, and these Stalkers are going down relatively quickly to the focus firing of TLO. And the Stalkers are hurting. They're trying to blink out. I think they want to blink out, and I think they went the wrong direction. There was a misclick there by HuK as he was trying to retreat. He did lose quite a bit of units right now. The army size at 151 to 93, and TLO is mercilessly sniping off the Stalkers as his teammate HuK is falling back to his base. A lot more Zerglings on the way as we do take a look at the upgrade. It is 0 to 2 versus 1-1, but the 1-1 is for the shield upgrade, not for the armor. Couple of Zealots and Sentries being warped in for HuK at the moment at the upper left hand corner, and ooh, that is a lot of wings and a lot of fast moving Zerglings moving across the map, going to the upper left hand corner where there is 2 gateways coming up, and he might be able to force a cancel over here, or yes, there is a cancel, and the Zerglings do fall back, and we might see a huge engagement here between the roaches and the Zerglings. Army size right now at 174 to 124, and if he can fungal growth will prevent those Stalkers from blinking as well in the new patch. And there's gonna be one fungal growth, and yes, there is a fungal growth. The Stalkers are not yet blinking, and he's focus firing on the Stalkers. Very, very nicely done by TLO. TLO will charge ahead here with the Zerglings and Roach, and he's still focus firing. Very, very nice play from TLO. HuK is trying to run away. He does have an Immortal, which does extra damage against armor units such as roaches, but there's simply so many roaches. Army size right now at 164 to 105. HuK is a little bit behind, well, not a little bit behind, significantly behind, and TLO is still falling back into his Zerglings to have them tank some damage or do additional damage to these Stalkers, and then he's going to come over here. He does not have enough energy to fungal growth, but he is charging ahead anyway. This Infestor, very, very brave. And this is the last of HuK's army, as the roaches are laying waste to the probes at the upper left hand corner. HuK is going to try to kill off that Infestor that has absolutely no energy nor serves any purpose, and the roaches are falling back. The Zealots are trying to give chase, and the upper left hand corner does go down, so it's only 2 mining base versus I believe 4 mining base. If we take a look at the income tab right now, it shows a significant difference. Almost double gas and minerals for Liquid TLO, and Liquid TLO just made a ton of Overseers for, I don't know why he made the Overseers, but that was a pretty funny game to watch. Hope you guys enjoy that, and please do join me to game number 2 between HuK and TLO. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next game, and please do subscribe if you like. Thanks.